Good morning. I hope everyone had a really good weekend. It's Monday morning, and I've had a lot on my mind, and I don't know where I want to start, but I'm going to take a few minutes to just let it bubble up and speak on it. So, the election is coming up, and censorship is up as well, and emotions are very high. I'm here in Austin, Texas, deep in the heart of Texas. It looks like the economy is basically, if not quite where it was, it's almost where it was. Very, very busy. Traffic is back. It seems like people have basically gone back to normal, except people are wearing masks, but also it depends on where you are. Um, I'm thinking a lot about the illusory nature of reality, or what we think of as reality, and how our belief systems lock us into um, ways of seeing the world. And of course, we all know this by now, that if I have a particular belief system, that then everything that I look at, all the information that I take in or refuse to take in, is going to uphold my belief system. And my belief system also has everything to do with who I think I am, my sense of self. Now, with these coronavirus lockdowns, it's sort of like that human tendency, our human nature is on steroids now, because, as I've said before, most of us, if we want to socialize, we're socializing online. We're going to social media because it's just easy, it's effortless. If I have a thought, I can post it, or if I want to see what's going on, I just get on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, or whatever. So there's this, it's like there's me, right? And I like to say that I am spirit having a human experience, but there's me. And then there's the world, the physical world. There's my body that I'm interacting with it's my vehicle through this physical world. And then, of course, there are my thoughts, my emotions, my belief systems. But now, through this, what we're calling the fourth industrial revolution, on top of that are all of these, that there's this whole new body, I would call it, like, what is it? You could call it a physical body, or you could call it an ethereal body. But it's the internet. It's sort of like a gatekeeper. So um, I just feel like, under ideal circumstances, we human beings would live in villages or small towns, and we'd be completely self-sufficient. Well, no, not necessarily completely, but we would trade with our neighbors, and um, but we wouldn't rely to stay alive. And so we have this physical grid that we rely on to stay alive. It's like the plumbing, it's the infrastructure, the roads, the electricity, all of that. That's the grid we rely on to stay alive, and having jobs and incomes. But then there's this new grid on top of that, which is, I don't know, internet, social media, technology. And so it seems to me as if, the technology is our new god, and the technocrats are the high priests of technology, and they tell us what to believe and what not to believe. And um, I'm very comfortable with people having diverse views about life and different structures to live, uh, yeah, to experience life through. But it seems to me, I mean, I've been noticing on Facebook that whenever a belief system seems to become too strong or pervasive, then somebody behind the curtain creates a very clever, well put together meme or writes an article basically ridiculing those people for experiencing their own lives the way that they do, because it's really important to control how we think and to control our emotions, and most especially to keep us constantly in this fear state, which makes it almost impossible to take in new information or to feel empathy or compassion or understanding. It makes it almost impossible to um, be innovative or resourceful or creative, and especially to bond with other people. Um, so, like, yeah, my mind is wandering right now. Like, I'm thinking about how before the lockdown, I was writing about how this ultimately is going to devastate many, many people, and that's exactly what's going on. But somehow, I don't know. I guess it's belief systems that prevent people from seeing reality as it is. And for me, I mean, my understanding of reality is I need to hear from the horse's mouth exactly what they're thinking and living and experiencing. Um, I I'm not going to say I don't trust media. No, I'm going to say it. I don't trust mainstream media whatsoever, because, I live my life, I go about my day, I see people, I do this and that, and I'm in the real physical world. And then, I happen to pass by a TV and I look at what's on the news, and it's just, what is an alternate universe. Um, and I've come to the conclusion that basically the news is like it's a production. It's a very big production, and I liken it to these massive plays that were held in coliseums, or bloodbaths in coliseums and like ancient Greece and Rome. It's a story. It's a narrative. And that's all I can say. I can't make anybody loosen out of their own narratives. I'm constantly challenging myself about my narratives, constantly challenging myself and reminding myself that I don't even have to believe anything that I think. Just because I think it doesn't mean it's true. Um, I'm constantly challenging myself to go beyond my limits of what I think is true and what I know. And I don't know. It works for me. It does. I don't think it's going to work for everybody, but it definitely works for me, and it helps me to. Um, I learn a lot. I feel a lot more secure in this world. I really do. Anyway, a nurse is arriving to take care of my grandmother for a few minutes, so I'm going to go. It's my 2 cents. Bye.